how did Cougar Town come about?
Well, Cougar Town, Courtney was looking for a project. Well, me and my ex-wife have a production company called Coquette. And she was looking for a project to do. And we met Bill Lawrence, and we were such a fan of his. And she went and she did an episode of Scrubs to get to know him, to see how they work together. And they really enjoyed working together. And it was just a great opportunity because Bill Lawrence is really one of the most prolific, smartest. He's like a savant with comedy. He can take a script and just like read it and say, oh, no, you gotta change, put a joke here, you gotta pay it off here, you should come back to it here. And he'll just rewrite your script in 5 minutes and just make it work. And guys that can do that. He's also got a really great producing partner, Randall, who they have a really great model for television where they try to keep the costs down and so that you don't necessarily need the highest numbers. And it makes more sense with the network looking at it, where they're getting really good, decent numbers, but it's costing us a quarter of the price it costs all these other things that are getting so-so numbers. So it's just a great formula. They're just really smart about their filmmaking, and he's just an incredibly funny writer, really witty. He knows how to cast really well. So they hit it off. It sort of took off, and it was a really fun kind of, moment when the right pieces come together.
There's a very, very interesting club in LA called Bootsy Bellow.
Yeah.
Bellow. Tell us about it.
Well, Bootsy Bellows is named after my mother. She burlesque danced for a short period of time. I was 18 years old and I'm going through this book called I Was a 50s Pinup, because I always loved pinup models, and Betty Page, and I don't know why, but I'm a guy. But I always liked that side of it, like for some reason that sort of Russ Meyer kind of faster pussycat kill. I don't know, I love stuff like that. And I'm flipping through this book, I Was a 50s Pinup, and I come across a naked picture of my mom. And then I go 4 pages down and there's 4 pictures of her in lingerie, cat fighting with another girl. And I go, Mom, I'm 18 years old at the time. I'm like, Mom, I found a picture of you in this magazine. And she looks and she goes, oh, we weren't really fighting. Like, Mom, that's not really what I meant. And she said, well, when I had my first child, Rosanna, I had to pay the bills, and as an actress in in New York, and we took some pictures, and I was like, did you ever shoot with Betty Page's photographer? She's like, no, he was a total perv. so she took these pictures, and she had like a really kind of career at the time in that world, and I said, did you ever strip? And she was like, well, I did burlesque a couple of times. Did you have a burlesque dancing name? And she said Bootsy Bellows. So that's why we named the club that. There's nude pictures of my mother throughout the club, which is awkward. Which is especially awkward because when we first did it.
But what type of club? It's not equivalent to our Bada Bing, correct?
No. It's not. It's a nightclub. It's like a big high-end nightclub. It's right on Sunset Boulevard, opposite the Steakhouse Bow and the Soho House. It's a huge club, like big bottles, that kind of thing. Table service, the whole crazy. It's really just crazy. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. But it's a silly story. I don't know if it's appropriate, but so we put up all these naked pictures of my mom throughout the club, but they're all kind of like interesting, arty kind of pictures on the cover of like Treasure magazine or all this stuff. But my mom was a cover girl of a men's magazine, but still. But they're really cool. I blew them all up and put them all over. My sister Rosanna came to the opening. She's like, David, you can't have the mom all over the club. I was like, come on, she's gone. Amazing pictures. And then my brother comes out of the bathroom. He's like, dude, not cool. I was like, what? You don't like the pictures? He's like, no, those are all fine. But you have one over the urinal. And I go into the bathroom, and then I look up, and it was just the most awkward feeling in the world. So, sorry, Richard.